Hello and welcome. I'm Joni, and today I'm going to share a little bit about water brush pens. So these are dye-based water brush markers. So they are not light fast in most cases, and I use them mostly for my sketchbooks or in art that I'm going to scan in. They're one of my favorite art products, and I thought I'd share, since I have several brands, I would share them with you. So the first one we're going to talk about is Tombow, because I think a lot of people are familiar with Tombow. It has the big brush end on one end, so that does a big bold brush mark, and then on the other end we have a small bullet tip. So that's for finer lines. So those are Tombows. I love Tombows. I use them often. And I do my color charts because I like a lot of colors. So this is my Tombow water brush color chart. So again, very, very good markers. I really love them. And then another really popular water brush marker is these Ecolines. Some people pronounce it Ecoline. I just call them Ecolines. It's by Talons, and these are a big brush marker again. And these pens, what I love about these pens is they're refillable. So very much better for the environment. And they come in lots of great colors. And they also have, I'll show, this is my color chart for the Ecoline. So these are the pens that I have. And then they also come in bottles, so that you can just use them with a paintbrush or use them to refill your markers. So they do have, I just wanted to show you, they do have pastel colors as well. All right, that's the second type of pen. Now I also have Faber Castell, and I have two kind. The Gold Faber, which comes in this pen barrel, very much similar to a Tombow. This is not light fast, but it's a big brush marker on one end. And then I love, this is my favorite dual tip because it has a fine liner, which is really nice. It's, again, my favorite. So I'll just do a couple of those colors. Really, really beautiful. This is my color chart for the Gold Fabers that I have. But I inadvertently bought some sketch markers, which are alcohol markers, because they come in the exact same body. So I ended up having to cross some colors off and put them on my other charts for my alcohol markers. But these are great pens. I really love these. I especially love the colors. They're kind of more muted or grayed down colors. And then this is my other Faber Castell. This is also a watercolor marker, but this is the artist grade. So this is pigment ink. Where'd my sample go? There it is. Again, a little bit stubbier brush tip on one side, and then a bullet tip. Bullet tips are my least favorite, but these are pigment ink, so they're light fast. And then these are the color charts for my big markers. And then the last one I have is my Kuretake Zig real brush pens, and that's kind of this little color chart down here. I got these because they're such unusual colors, and this, just like it says, has a genuine brush tip. So you get a different, you can get a really fine line, a really different effect with these. So I thought I'd show you some of the art that I've created. Now, water brush markers I found can mix with alcohol markers if you put the alcohol markers down first. I also, I can't tell you exactly what I used on these. I'm not good about remembering, but I do know I used brush markers. I have, and a combination. This is colored pencils, brush markers, and probably some Staedtler. I like to use Staedtler mixed into the pigment brush markers. And then I do know this one, I used these Tombow colors here, along with the Staedtler pigment brush pens. But for this, and then for my alligator here, I used a lot of brush markers, and same for this alligator. Again, my media is always mixed media, but I love water brush markers. I love alcohol markers, but I also love water brush, and I tend to use my water brush markers more because most of my art is done in a sketchbook, and they're sketchbook friendly. They do, that's why I have these on the back, they do bleed through to some degree. I've covered up most of them because I don't like to see the bleed through. But some of the darker colors do bleed through. A lot of the lighter colors don't. So I like to use them in my sketchbook so I can use both sides of the page. But when I do make something that does bleed through, then I just cover it with another piece of art. And that's my supply of water brush markers. And I hope this was useful to you and helpful. Again, they're a great tool. Really recommend them. All right, we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you're so inclined. And I will see you again soon. Bye for now.